Welcome back to the web animation series, guys. Today we're going to start on rotations. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and create an image. Let's grab from our assets here. We've got a list of photos. Let's grab this image here. Plop it in here. Now let's do some basic CSS for our image. So let's do a width of 300 pixels. Let's give it a border of 2 pixels black, and let's also add some margin here. Let's just add some margin on the top and bottom, left and right. Alright, so we have our simple image. Now when we hover, let's do a rotation. So rotations are part of the transform property. So transform and then rotate. Now rotations are done in degrees, so remember a full circle will be 360 degrees. So let's just start off with a 90-degree right turn. Let's check it out. There you go. Now let's of course follow up on what we did last week and do a transition. Transition of transform. Let's do 200 milliseconds, ease in, out. Alright, let's make this a little longer to make it easier to see here. Alright, so that's a simple right-hand rotation. So let's give this a class. We'll just call it right. So we'll say image.right, and now we can do another image with a different rotation. Let's do an image with a class of left. Let's go grab another image here. I'll do this picture here. Drop our URL in. Alright, so there's our image. So we'll say image left hover. So this way we'll keep all the same properties as before, but we're going to do a different rotation. So let's do a transform, rotate. Let's rotate it left. So we can do a negative, let's do 45 degrees. So not quite a full turn to the left, but just a slight one. There we go. Let's do another one. This time we're going to give it a class of spin. We'll grab our assets, grab this city image, plop it in here. So for spin, let's give it a hover. Let's do transform. Let's do a rotate of a full 360 degrees. So a full circle around. Let's see what happens. There we go. Nice spin. Now you'll notice that all these transforms are rotating from the very center of the image. That is because our origin is set to the middle of the image. So let's do another one here. Let's give it the class of right again. But I'm going to make a new class called origin. So let's see here. Let's grab another image. Grab this one. So once that image loads up, you'll see that it's doing the same thing as before, just rotating to the right. Now our origin class, what we're going to do is we're going to set a transform origin. Now what this property does is by default, we're at 50%, 50%. So as you can see, that doesn't change anything. Let me grab my ruler here to explain this. So we look at our image, you can think about the image being on a coordinate system. So starting at 0, 0 on the top left. So the x-axis goes right and the y-axis goes down. You'll find this a lot in graphics or game development where 0, 0 starts on the top left, not the bottom left. So with an origin of 50%, 50%, that's going to be halfway on the x-axis and halfway on the y-axis, which makes it spin from the middle. Alright, so let me get out of my ruler. So if we change this to maybe 0% on the left axis and 0% on the y-axis, that's going to put our origin at the top left corner, which means it'll swivel from that point up there. We can do it from the bottom right by doing 100% on the x 100% on the Y. Oops. You gotta keep the mouse on the actual image for it to continue. But as you can see, it rotates from that point there. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. See you next time.